So guys, we are now leaving our place. What's the plan next? Let me tell you. First things first, we're going to grab some breakfast because, let's be real, you can't start an adventure on an empty stomach, right? Once we're fueled up, we're heading straight to the Yucatán district. Now, this is where it gets exciting, because that's where the famous Chichén Itzá is located. If you don't already know, Chichén Itzá is one of the 7 wonders of the world. It's this ancient Mayan city that's just bursting with history and mystery. I've heard it's a place that you absolutely have to see if you're ever in Mexico, so obviously we're not missing out. Now, the drive is going to take a couple of hours, but trust me, it's worth it. The Yucatan is known for its stunning scenery, so the journey itself will be an adventure. We'll be passing through small towns, lush greenery, and maybe even a cenote or two along the way. Oh, speaking of cenotes, these are those natural sinkholes, filled with crystal clear water. I'm not saying we'll stop at one today, but it's definitely something to keep in mind for later. Once we get to Chichén Itzá, the plan is to explore the ruins and learn as much as we can about the Mayan civilization. There's the iconic El Castillo, or the Temple of Kukulkan, which is this massive pyramid that's the highlight of the whole site. Apparently it's designed in such a way that during the spring and autumn equinoxes, the shadow of a serpent slithers down the steps. How cool is that? We'll also check out the Great Ball Court, which is where the ancient Mayans played their famous ball game. Honestly, it's hard to imagine how they even played there because the court is huge, and the rules were pretty intense. Oh, and there's also the sacred cenote, which was a place of sacrifices. Spooky, right? But it's all part of the incredible history of the place.
I've heard the vibe at Chichén Itzá is something else. Like you can feel the energy of the ancient Mayans when you're walking through it. Plus, we'll try to get some amazing footage to share with you all because you deserve to see how incredible this place is. So yeah, that's the plan for today. Breakfast, a road trip to the Yucatan, and then diving into the world of the Mayans at Chichén Itzá. Stick around because this is going to be an unforgettable day. Let's hit the road. So here's the plan, guys. First, we're going to meet up with our friend. You know, the one we met yesterday? Yeah, the restaurant owner. Such a cool person, right? We're going to catch up with them for a bit before we head out. It's always nice to connect with people along the way, especially when they're as warm and welcoming as they were. After that, we'll make our way to the next big adventure. I don't want to spoil too much just yet, but trust me, it's going to be something you'll want to stick around for. It's all about soaking up the experience, taking in the vibes, and of course, sharing it all with you guys. So stay tuned, it's going to be an exciting day.
Let me tell you guys about the incredible hospitality we experienced yesterday. Honestly, it was something else. We went back to see the restaurant owner we met the other day, and he completely blew us away with his generosity. I mean, not only did he welcome us with open arms, but he also hosted us like we were part of his family. First, he brought out tortillas de chahout for us, which were absolutely delicious. And here's the kicker. He even gave us 2 bottles free of charge. Like, who does that? It was such a thoughtful gesture, and we were just so grateful. It's moments like these that really remind you how amazing people can be, especially when you're traveling. Now, let's talk about the food. Oh my God, the food! Where do I even begin? It was an explosion of flavors that I still can't get over. The tortillas were stuffed with cheese and beans, and they had this perfectly balanced, spicy kick that just took everything to the next level. You know that kind of spicy that isn't overwhelming, but just enough to make you feel alive? That's exactly what it was. Honestly, it felt like a whole new level of food experience. Comforting, flavorful, and so unique. I've had good food before, but this was something truly special. I think what made it even better was the whole atmosphere. The way he hosted us, making sure we were happy and well fed, really added to the whole experience. It wasn't just about the food, it was about the connection, the warmth, and the generosity that made it unforgettable. You could feel the love and care he put into everything. And that's what makes moments like these so meaningful.
Yeah, because we took all the videos to put on YouTube.
Okay.
because the food
It's gonna be famous.
yeah, definitely, because I'll put a review on Google and Instagram,
Okay.
because I have my social media.
You can follow the page.
I have
Cafe Macame.
I have a lot of followers in my Instagram and Facebook.
Okay, Facebook and Instagram.
Because
And can we talk about how fresh everything was? The cheese was so creamy. The beans were perfectly seasoned. And the tortillas had that just-made texture that you only get with authentic, homemade food. Pair that with the free drinks he gave us, and it felt like a feast meant for royalty. It's not every day you come across someone who goes out of their way to make you feel so welcomed, especially as a traveler. This kind of experience is exactly why I love traveling. Not just for the places, but for the people you meet along the way, and the little surprises they bring to your journey. So yeah, a huge shout out to our new friend, the restaurant owner. He didn't just feed us, he gave us a memory we'll cherish forever. If you ever come across someone like this on your travels, treasure it, because it's these little moments that make the journey so much more special. All I can say is, if this is what the rest of the trip is gonna be like, then we're in for something truly amazing.
So once we finished our supper, it was time to head out. The plan was simple: find an Uber and make our way to the bus terminal. But then, out of nowhere, our friend, the restaurant owner, stepped in and completely changed the game. He offered us a ride to the terminal himself. Can you believe that? And it didn't stop there. His friend joined us for the ride, and honestly, that turned out to be one of the most amazing experiences of the trip so far.
It's one of the most popular.
Why? Because it was so unexpected. We never thought a stranger, well, a new friend now, would go out of their way to help us like that. That kind of kindness is rare, and it left us feeling so grateful.
That's me.
During the ride, they shared some really interesting stories about Cancun, and that just added to the magic of the moment. They told us about the drink, Torito de Chahut, which, by the way, is something you absolutely have to try if you're ever in Mexico. According to them, it's indigenous to the Cancun province.
I'll send you the Spotify, YouTube.
Spotify what?
Spotify.
And knowing that just made it feel even more special. It's amazing how food and drinks can carry so much history and tradition with them, right? But what really stuck with us was when they talked about how Cancun came to be. Can you imagine that this vibrant, bustling city we see today was once just a massive jungle?
Definitely.
Hearing about how it transformed over the years into a world-famous destination was fascinating. The way they described it, you could almost picture the dense greenery giving way to roads, buildings, and eventually, the Cancun we know now.
Good. My famous
What made the ride even more special was how warm and open they were. It wasn't just a ride to the terminal, it felt like a mini history lesson, a cultural exchange, and a genuine connection all rolled into one.
Oh, that's the police?
They were so passionate about sharing their stories, and it was clear how much they loved their home.
They take money.
It's one thing to read about a place, but hearing it from locals, with all their personal touches and anecdotes, is a completely different experience.
In Italian, it's puttana.
By the time we reached the bus terminal, we weren't just saying goodbye to people who had given us a ride. It felt like we were parting ways with friends who had made our journey so much richer.
Are you gonna make a route?
Yeah. Who station? The road.
This wasn't just a simple act of kindness, it was a reminder of how travel brings people together in the most unexpected ways. Moments like these are what make the journey unforgettable. Honestly, this was one of those times that reminded us why we love exploring the world so much. It's not just about the places, it's about the people and the stories they share.
Trying to sell or something.
Flight is the best or the bus?
Yeah. Flight is the best.
Bus is not secure, no? It's too far. Too far, no?
Very nice.
Thank you.
Don't forget and send
Send
all right?
I will send you the message.
My boss is about 12.
So we arrived at the bus terminal, ready for our next stop, Piste, Mexico. This little town was going to be our base for exploring the legendary Chichén Itzá. Honestly, the excitement was already building, but what we didn't expect was that the journey itself would turn into a story worth telling. The morning started with the warm Caribbean sun rising over Cancun, casting a golden glow as we rolled our bags toward the bustling ADO bus terminal. It was one of those mornings that feels full of promise. My husband, ever the planner, was in charge of the tickets. He's got this adorable habit of double-checking everything, something that never fails to make me smile. Once we boarded the bus, we found our seats by the window, and let me tell you, this wasn't just any bus. It was surprisingly modern. Reclining seats, air conditioning, and even small screens playing scenic travel ads. It was a little more comfortable than we'd expected, which was a pleasant surprise. I leaned on my husband's shoulder, feeling the cool air from the vents above as the bus began to roll out of Cancun. At first, the city was all we could see. Busy streets, colorful buildings, and locals going about their day. But slowly, the urban scenery started to fade, replaced by quieter roads lined with dense greenery. It was like the world was gradually slowing down, inviting us into a more peaceful, reflective space.
There's something mesmerizing about watching the world pass by from a bus window. The sunlight danced through the trees, and every now and then, we'd spot small villages tucked away in the greenery. Children were playing in front yards, bikes leaned against fences, and roadside stands were loaded with bright fruits and handmade crafts. It was a side of Mexico that felt raw and authentic, far removed from the tourist-filled streets of Cancun. The bus made a quick stop in a small village, and this woman hopped on carrying a basket of tamales. Her voice was warm as she called out to the passengers, offering freshly made snacks for just a few pesos. Of course, we had to try one. It was soft, perfectly spiced, and filled with a savory chicken and corn mix. That tamale wasn't just a snack, it was an experience. A little slice of the local culture. The road stretched ahead of us like a green ribbon, flanked on either side by the untamed beauty of the tropical jungle. Every twist and turn felt like an invitation to discover something new. As the bus hummed along, we passed small Mayan villages, their pastel-colored houses nestled snugly among clusters of palm trees. Women in huipils, those beautifully embroidered traditional dresses, stood by the roadside selling fresh fruit and handmade crafts. Their vibrant attire seemed to mirror the colors of the land itself.
At one point, my husband gently nudged me, pulling me out of my thoughts. "Look," he whispered, pointing out the window. There, near a cluster of trees, was a group of children laughing and playing near a cenote, one of those magical, hidden pools of turquoise water surrounded by lush vegetation. The sunlight filtered through the trees, making the water sparkle like a precious gem. "There's so much life here," he said softly, his gaze fixed on the scene. His words hung in the air, simple yet profound, perfectly capturing the pulse of the Yucatan. I nodded, unable to put into words what I felt at that moment. The gentle sway of the bus and the rhythm of the road seemed to sync with the heartbeat of this place. It was more than just a journey. It felt like we were being pulled into the essence of the Yucatan, its stories carried on the breeze and imprinted on every scene that passed us by. Back on the bus, we shared a pair of earphones and played the playlist we'd made for this trip. It wasn't anything fancy, just a mix of songs we love, but somehow it felt perfect for the moment. The music just seemed to flow with the journey, like it was made for this exact stretch of road. As the bus rolled through the jungle, the songs blended with the view outside, sprawling green trees, sunlight breaking through the canopy, and every now and then, a glimpse of ancient ruins peeking out from the shadows. It was surreal, like the music and the scenery were working together to tell a story. I leaned against my husband's shoulder, letting the melodies and the hum of the bus pull me into the moment. There wasn't much talking between us. There didn't need to be. The music, the view, and just being together were enough.
Every song seemed to fit perfectly. Whether it was upbeat and adventurous or soft and reflective, it was like the playlist became the soundtrack to this leg of our trip, capturing everything we were feeling without needing words. The rhythm of the bus, the sights outside, and the songs playing in our ears, it all just clicked. Moments like that remind you why traveling is so special. It's not just about the destination, it's about the little things along the way, the music, the company, and the view. Those are the memories you carry with you long after the trip is over. At one point, I glanced over at my wife. She was just chilling, staring out the window with that calm, thoughtful look she always gets. The jungle was whipping past, but she seemed totally lost in his own world. Moments like this always hit me. They remind me why I love traveling with her. She's got this way of just soaking everything in, like she's quietly filing it all away, and it makes me see the world differently too. You know, I said, breaking the silence, this whole trip feels like one big story waiting to be written. She turned to me, smirking a little, and gave my hand a quick squeeze. Then we better make sure we don't miss any of the good stuff, she said, all casual. That little moment, perfect. No big speeches, no overthinking, just us, vibing with the road, the music, and the view. It's not just about the places we're heading to. It's these small, real moments that make the whole journey worth it.
As the bus got closer to Piste, you could feel the buzz of anticipation in the air. The little town was bursting with life. Vendors lined. The streets with colorful souvenirs. Locals were chatting and laughing on corners. And travelers like us were scattered everywhere, clearly excited for what was next. The small terminal was chaotic, but in a lively, welcoming way, full of sounds and movement. We stood there for a moment, just soaking it all in. My husband turned to me with that playful grin he always gets when we're about to dive into something new. "Ready for the next adventure?" he asked. I couldn't help but smile back. "Always," I said, squeezing his hand as we stepped off the bus and into the warm sunlight, ready to see what Chichén Itzá had in store for us. That bus ride wasn't just about getting from one place to another. It felt like something bigger, a reminder that the journey itself is part of the magic. From the quiet moments of reflection to the lively energy of the stops along the way, it was all part of the experience. Together, we carried those memories with us, knowing they were now part of our story, a shared chapter in this crazy, beautiful adventure we call life.
Hey everyone, that's a wrap for today's video. In our next one, we'll take you on an incredible journey to Chichén Itzá. Don't miss it. Make sure to like, subscribe, and most importantly, leave a comment. Yes, I said most importantly because we truly value your feedback. It helps us create even better content for you. If you enjoyed this video, I'm sure you'll love this one right here. Thank you so much for your support. We love you all. Stay safe, and see you in the next video. Bye.